The financial world is on the verge of a transformation bigger than anything we've seen in decades. Real-world assets are moving on-chain, and tokenization is no longer a buzzword. It's becoming the backbone of the future economy. In the coming years, virtually everything will be tokenized. Bonds, stocks, commodities, real estate, you name it. The efficiency, liquidity, and accessibility of blockchain makes this shift inevitable. What's happening right now is the early innings of a trillion-dollar wave, and the players positioning themselves today are going to define the markets of tomorrow. That's where Ondo Finance comes in. This project isn't about hype. It's about building the rails for capital markets to move onto blockchain. Ondo has already proven itself as a leader in tokenized US Treasuries, one of the first and most important real-world assets to successfully migrate on-chain. And the partnerships behind Ondo speak volumes. BlackRock, the largest asset manager on the planet, is already connected to this ecosystem. When Larry Fink himself openly speaks about tokenization being the future of finance, you have to understand the direction this entire market is heading. Ondo is perfectly positioned to capture it. Tomorrow marks a massive milestone. September 3rd, 2025 is the official launch of Ondo Global Markets, a platform that will allow tokenized US stocks and ETFs to trade on-chain. We're talking about over 100 tokenized equities and ETFs becoming accessible around the clock, not bound by traditional market hours, and available to investors worldwide. This means fractionalized ownership of assets that were previously out of reach, automatic dividend reinvestments, and frictionless transfers. For anyone paying attention, this is the bridge that connects TradFi and DeFi in a real, functional way. To understand why this is so significant, look at the numbers. Tokenized US Treasuries recently crossed $7 billion in total issuance, and a staggering 72% of that sits on Ethereum. Ondo alone has issued more than $1 billion worth of these treasuries, becoming the single largest driver of RWA adoption on the chain. This is no small feat. It's proof of demand, proof of adoption, and proof that capital wants to move faster, safer, and more transparently. The first wave of RWAs was treasuries. The next wave, which kicks off tomorrow, is tokenized stocks and ETFs. Ondo is leading both. The implications here can't be overstated. Tokenization expands access, compresses settlement times, and unlocks liquidity at a scale traditional systems can't match. It's the digitization of capital markets, and it's happening now. With Ethereum as the dominant settlement layer and Ondo providing the rails, the foundation for global finance is being rebuilt right in front of us. From an investment perspective, I view Ondo as one of the clearest asymmetric bets this cycle. At the peak of altcoin season, I see Ondo's market cap exploding into the $50 to $100 billion range. That level of growth may sound aggressive, but when you line it up against the trillions in assets waiting to be tokenized, it feels almost conservative. Ondo isn't a meme, it isn't hype, it's infrastructure. And infrastructure always gets valued higher once the floodgates open. The lesson is simple. Fortunes are made by recognizing paradigm shifts before the crowd. Real-world assets are the shift, tokenization is the engine, and Ondo Finance is the vehicle. As I always say, wealth doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who position early and hold through conviction. Dr. Money Glitcher.